Today we're going to be hopefully adding in the sound library called Slam, because right now if you listen to the placement of our stones here, every time I place one, see how it only made 2 sounds and I was able to place 5 of them? That's because Lua or Love2D defaults to only playing a sound if it's not already playing, so therefore the sound has to end before it plays again. So either I trim the sound sample to be smaller, or I mean we're not going to be placing stones that fast realistically, but we might be dropping stones that fast. So we want to make sure that we cover our bases there. Actually, shoot. If we pull up Love2D Slam, we can find... Check this out. This is all it is. It's a library called Slam. I wonder if there's a way we can just save this as a .lua. Let's see. Slam.lua. Perfect. I don't know exactly how this works, but that's the beauty of abstraction. Someone else figured out how it worked and I just get to use it. So if we take that Slam file, place it in our repo in our dependencies, copy, paste, and then in our dependencies, see, I would have thought we would have had a dependencies file to include all our dependencies. I guess we don't. Where are our constants? Where are we requiring our constants? Just all up here. Okay, so we don't have a dependencies. We can just select dependencies / Slam. I think it's a lowercase like that. Yes. So now that we're using that, I guess let's see if that fixes it. Try to place as many stones as fast as we can, and hopefully it makes sounds for each one. Perfect. And then if we were to swap over to move type move, if we drop 3, nice. Which that was not possible before. It would, if we did a 3 tap like that, it'd probably just play the one sound. So we've got that fixed now. Special shout out to whoever made that Slam library, which is Matthias Richter. Yeah, thanks, homie. So we've got that. That was one thing on our list. Maybe do we want to add the in the past what I've done, there's not too many here, I'm not too worried about it. In the past what I've done is like require a file called dependencies, and in our dependencies we have all of these things that we need to require. So at the very top we just say require dependencies, and then it loads in all of these, which I kind of want to do that now, just because it's easy enough and can get rid of 16 lines at the beginning here, 15 lines rather. So what we could do, I'm gonna make a new file. In our tech folder, we can make a file called dependencies.lua, and I don't think I did a write out for that. Oh, yeah, it's okay, it's in there. So, no, that's the folder. So if we nano a dependencies and then hit Control O, we write out and then we exit. Now we've got a dependencies.lua. Now what I want to do is take all of our dependencies, and instead we just say require dependencies right here at the top of our main, and then in our dependencies we put all of our dependencies. And then now, we got rid of that 15 lines at the beginning there. Nice. So that works. That's nice, because then we can open our, or we can, all our dependencies are right in the main file here, all in one spot, separated. So that's nice. I guess we don't need this initial / because it's in the root directory. Yeah. Now, one thing I have been noticing, look on the screen here at the beginning when it's white like that. See how it like rendered those squares where the mouse was? I want to prevent that from happening, but not exactly sure what to do for that. What's interesting is it was like a black stone before a white stone, which means our mouse stone render wasn't assigned until the rest of that stuff was kind of going. It's not a huge deal. It's not necessary to fix, but maybe we could try to do no, I don't know how to fix it. I mean, I was gonna say we can like render just a color on screen, very first thing we do. I don't know how to fix that, because it's rendering the mouse stones, So it's probably hitting this, you know? And that's what's kind of... And then I'm kind of curious if we just kind of in our main render something, or yeah, like what if in our main here we just set a color to something very obvious, maybe all red, and like the first thing we do is set our color to full red. And let's see if that stops the rendering at the beginning with the squares. No, it still did a white screen with black squares. That's because we're not... This should be a clear. I'm just looking for that red instead of anything. Yeah, I didn't see it there either. What if in our play state we put it at the very top there? I don't know why it's doing that. What if in our play state the last thing we do is render the red? It would just overwrite everything. It would just become a red game now. Wouldn't fix our first bit though. See that white screen and then dots? Yeah. I don't know how I would control how to not do that at the beginning. Like maybe do a timer where we don't render anything. Oh, you know what would be cool? Is if we could have a black screen and then fade it away over time to our... That would be kind of cool. Fade it over time to kind of fade on. We could do that probably in our main here. So like if after our state machine render we say, by the way, just render this red, it should turn our game into rendering completely red, right? See, look at see those white squares? Oh, this isn't red. We want full transparency or full opaqueness on our alpha channel. So it should be a red game now, but look at those squares. See those black squares that render there is what I'm trying to fix, but this would not do that. And it doesn't really matter whether I do it, if I do it before I even run the push library. Yeah, it still renders those squares. And then if we put it at the end of our play state, it also doesn't fix it. See, watch for the squares to spawn with the mouse, and then it renders the red. I don't know where we would fix that, or how we would fix that. I was thinking it would be cool to kind of fade this number for like a red fade. Right, and then red fade, as an example, red fade gets a 255 in the init, or in the load, and then in the update, if red fade is greater than 0, then we're going to decrement it. Red fade gets its current value minus fade rate. So it's decrementing, right? Then if it's otherwise, red fade will just be 0. And then our fade rate, maybe we start out at like 10 or something. And then right here, yeah, we just take the numerator of our alpha channel as red fade, and then it should bring down, it should make the red fade into clear over a given time. But it doesn't fix our, oh, that's kind of cool. It didn't fix our render problem. Let's do this as 5, or let's do 3. So it'll be about 3 times longer. So look. So the red fade works, but it's like 0 on the alpha channel is not completely transparent. It's black for some reason. Now what if these were all 0? Nope, nope, nope. What if this is all 0? Is it transparent? See, it's not transparent, which I thought it was at 0 on the alpha, but it's really just black. So we can't do, I mean, even if it were transparent, it wouldn't fix our weird squares problem. The only thing that would do that is if we don't render our mouse stone until right now we have a toggle mouse stone that is controlling whether or not we render a mouse stone object. I'm gonna remove this. I'm gonna get rid of our fade stuff because it was not working as intended. And let me just make sure it's rendering first of all. So look at these squares. See? Okay, so it's doing those squares because it's placing a mouse object at our, or a stone member at our mouse position. But what if we set, for example, we just set our mouse toggle, this toggle mouse stone. What if we actually had this set to true? Yeah, so E will toggle that. So now I'm hoping it won't render. I'm hoping it won't render those squares anymore. But since they're black stones anyway, it makes me feel like it might still render them anyway. Because of whatever order operations it's doing. But then we should, it still rendered them, and then we gotta toggle our E on. Yeah, I don't know how to fix that thing. I don't know how to fix those squares rendering like that. Because I can't even get them to stop rendering period at any time, no matter what we choose on here. It's almost like we need a, fuck, I don't know. I don't know how to fix that. Because no matter where we render something, that thing renders, that error renders before it. So that means either the bug is overriding what we do render for a period of time, or it's just I don't know what it's doing. How would we fix that? It's not a huge deal, it's just that, like, why does it do it, you know? Why does it render those stones right before everything kind of comes online? I would prefer it not to render anything until everything's ready. Maybe internet has answers. I don't know. I don't know. It's not a big deal. I guess I just give up on trying to fix that. At least for the moment. It's not a game-breaking thing. And if we add some timer, well, yeah, I can't even figure out how to get it to not render those mistakes, period. It's like, what's weird is even if we turn off, so look, render stone selection at mouse position. So look, if we turn off all of the stone rendering for our mouse stones, does it still do it? See, it still did it. It still rendered some black stones. So it might have something to do with this. No, because it's at a mouse position. Yeah. I don't know what to do to fix that. Oh, beats me, man. Beats me. I don't know. Gosh, I want to do more, but I'm just not really feeling so energetic. Is there another thing we can test to fix this problem? It's like if we turn off our state machine, that should stop it. I can't imagine that not stopping it. It still happens there. So it's not even in the state machine. So if we don't do push, what happens? Still does it. Really strange to me. Really strange. And the help state wouldn't do it either. What the heck? It doesn't make any sense to me that that would be the case. Because look, if we turn off every render in our main, which means nothing should be rendering. Then let's look for it. It still does it. It still renders it. But we're not rendering anything. If we don't even change it to a play state, I mean, we're not even rendering the play state, so I don't get why that would happen. I have no idea. I have no idea how that's rendering. Because as far as I'm concerned, nothing is being rendered at all. I don't know how I would fix that. I'm completely out of ideas for that. As far as I'm concerned, nothing is being rendered, so I can't turn it off because there's nothing to turn off as far as I'm concerned. Like, I don't know where that's coming from. No idea. No idea. And the thing is, the mouse is still visible. So look, watch. The mouse is still visible on that white screen. Then it turns clear or invisible. So since the mouse is invisible, or since the mouse is visible, and the very first thing we do in our main, our second thing we do is set our mouse to be not visible. So it's not even getting past main until our mouse is stopping to be rendered. So all of what we're seeing is uncontrolled something, you know? I mean, it's uncontrolled render we have no power over. I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know how we would fix that. So I guess we'll put it off because it's not, I mean, it's not a game-breaking thing. It's just like a inconvenience I was hoping to fix, but it's whatever. Okay. Taking a look at our git diff, we moved our dependencies into a dependencies file. Is that really all we did? And we added slam. That's all we did today. That's okay. I'm exhausted. Consolidated dependencies. Yeah, I'm going to get more substantial streams in here soon. I'm just low energy lately. And I've been picking up some more shifts for my other job, so just trying to balance things. And I'm just low energy, I don't know what to say. But it's okay, we programmed today, we did it, we added a couple features, and then we got stumped on a couple features, so sounds about the average day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll get hopefully some substantial work done tomorrow. Hopefully we can fix that occupants bug when we drop stones, and then we can get started on picking up stones. Yeah, should be happening soon.